Today we're taking a look at the top 25 card sales at the recent REA auction. The top 25 starts at $50,000 and escalates upwards. You're going to see a partial 1914 Cracker Jack set as well as a Babe Ruth rookie that was auctioned off. There's a ton of great lots. We're going to cover these top 25 and much more in this video. All right, so we're going to start on page 2 for the top 25 just because I believe there's 3 non-cards on the first page. Unlike all these auction recaps, there's always going to be a 52 mantle that starts off the video. Not really starts off, but always in the video. This 3.5 sold for $50,400. I'm actually very shocked that they didn't get this reslabbed. And, centering's to be desired. But I think this has good eye appeal overall. Decent corners. SGC is known to be a bit tighter with centering, right? Versus PSA, but I think this is a nice looking 3.5. I've seen way worse copies out there, and I still have the opinion this has a new label. It probably would have sold more than 50K. Up next, we have a sealed factory with Michael Jordan at the top, and this is where one of the 9s came from. If I remember correctly, I don't know the full story, but one of the buyers of the 9 star Jordan bought it from a pack, and I want to say the pack was also around like 40 or 50K. Now this copy here, I don't think is a 9, but it does look nice. And do you get the pack graded, or do you try to grab this Jordan? I don't know how this would grade, just because I haven't graded these before. And it looks somewhat nice, but like, what does an 8 go for, right? And obviously, there's still going to be some other cards in this pack, I assume, that are decent, but obviously, all the money's in the Jordan. So, let me know what you would do in this case. Up next, we have a Walter Johnson postcard. I didn't realize this is a $50,000 postcard. 1908 Rose Co. postcards, Walter Johnson. There's tons and tons of wrinkles all over the place. I wonder if there's something on the back. Walter Johnson at... I can't read what that says, but it says Walter Johnson at where he... I'm terrible with cursive, and I'm probably going to get roasted on this. But let's read what it says. One of the rarest and most beautiful designed baseball card sets ever produced. Oh, it's an appearance in a Major League first appearance. Interesting. 4 by SGC, none by PSA. First example in 20 years. I didn't realize these were that rare. I've seen a few of these sell before. Not of Walter Johnson, but of other players. Okay. It says Walter Johnson at 19 when he entered the major leagues. Oh, okay, that's interesting. May 6, 1909. I see it now. 19. It's hard reading this also horizontal, things like that. But regardless, really, really awesome piece. We'll go through some of these as honorable mentions a little bit later, but let's jump to the first page. And we'll start with this Joe Jackson over here. And there's a few nice Joe Jacksons that sold this weekend. Heritage also had a 9, which you guys are going to see in the Heritage video. This is a 3, again, with these old labels. And 54,000. You can see the upside down back, how you determine a 1915 pretty fast. Then we have a 33 Gaudy. Ruth. Always make these auction recaps. People love these cards. And I still think Ruth has better cards out there that are scarcer, but a 6 is a nice grade. That sold for 55,000. We also have the yellow in a 6.5. I think that yellow looks a little nicer. And obviously it's a half grade higher, but that sold for 58,800. Walter Johnson 1.5. What back do we have over here? We have a broadleaf. And Check Jay's T206 rankings if you want to know how scarce this is. T206 resource says fourth most difficult, but I like Jay's list. Decreases and stuff like that. 60k. Oh, look at that. 1914 Cracker Jack partial set. Wow. That's amazing. 60,000 on that side of things. So you're looking over $600 a card, which probably isn't bad for 1914. I don't generally know how much these would go for in this condition because I don't follow the 1914 set as much. And a lot of these look like they're going to get A's, but they are harder to find than 1915s. 1915 you could get the full set. These always were inserted. Man, wow, this is amazing. I mean, I'm in awe. I have not seen that many 1914 Cracker Jacks together at once for an auction listing like this. I know a few people have almost complete sets. Sure. And we just covered one in one of the live streams, but all at one time at auction, that's pretty cool. All right, so 1971 Clemente and a 9. I almost put this card on the thumbnail. These 71s are so tough to get in high grade. Wonder if it's going to talk about the pop down below. Only one example higher out of 4717. How many 9s are there, though? People love these 71s. They really pay up for high graded ones. And I like the design of them. 1914 Christy Mathewson. I wonder if this was in that lot. Yeah, look at that. This card part exciting fresh hobby find of 1914-15 Cracker Jacks, saved by the family of the original owner who lived in the Southeast, all consigned to REA's fall 2024 auction. Look at that. There you go. Pintle up there, but I mean, overall, it's not a bad card. How bad is the standing on the back? I mean, it's minimal. Man, didn't have that pintle. I think they would probably give this a 2, even with that small crease right there. Good looking one. Another mantle and a 3-5. I mean, I dare to say that SGC 3-5 looked cleaner. Way cleaner. I mean, someone just paid extra, what, $15,000 for the PSA label? That's pretty funny. 59 full set. 8 GPAs, really impressive. Look at that. You get the Gibson, Mantle, and the Maze all in 8s, and Clemente, Aaron. You have all the big names you want to get in 8s. Let's see. 1, 9, 7, 8, 5s, and the rest are 8s. Nice. What number is this on the registry? 24. Wow. I would have thought this would have been way higher in the registry, but regardless, $69,000 for that. Some non-cards, 1920 Babe Ruth. Well, I guess this is a card. It says Photograph Co. Babe Ruth premium card. Originally, I wasn't going to count this as a card. Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig dual sign baseball. That's awesome. 70,000 ish. This is 72. I didn't count this as a card when I was just going through this really fast. I wasn't aware of this, so I just thought this was going to be a type 1. Just really quickly looking at the first page. $72,000. Probably the most expensive oversized Ruth card, right? Tito 5 gold border. Rare no stats variation. Ah, interesting. Did they label it on there? No stats, yeah. Yeah, I don't know all the different variants in that set. I would have never expect this to be a $75,000 card, but now I know. Only 2 examples of this that are graded. (1916) Joe Jackson, moral speaking, canceled. This is also I wonder if it's the same back of the Ruth that's a canceled one that's in this auction. We'll see a little bit later. That Ruth's probably the most expensive card that's sold. But Joe Jackson, his rare stuff, yeah, they are always expensive. Bill Russell, rookie in an 8. Very generous 8 based off of that centering. Some fish eyes on here as well. A lot of fish eyes. I don't think this gets an 8 today. 87 on that copy. Look at that. 518 out of the 524. Man, they couldn't finish the 520. Which ones are missing? Missing only the big 4 in the St. Louis variations. Oh, okay. That's fair. Not including the St. Louis variations. They are hard to find. But $100,000 for completing everything else. I wonder if it gives the GPA or if there's a bunch of raw ones. Oh no, they're all graded. Look at that. I will say props to REA for putting all these images in here. Some of the different auction houses don't put all the images in full sets. I think you should, but props on that. Also, I wonder if there's any rare backs. I mean, these all look common there. I'm not gonna go. I mean, Sovereign's not super common. Even Old Mill. I'm not gonna go through all these images. Tolstoy, that's rare. So there is some rare ones that are sprinkled in. Pretty nice. Kobe Bryant, rookie refractor. I'm sure this is down huge, but still $105,000 for a 10. I know some people complain about how much the basketball market has tanked, but think about it in perspective. This is still a $100,000 card for a refractor rookie. I mean, that's a pretty impressive sale. Another Mickey Mantle, 5.5. Man, look at that centering on that 5.5. I mean, I want to load up that 3.5 again. Unless I was missing something on that 3.5, I mean, I'd almost rather have that at this point. I mean, still some corner damage there where the 3.5 didn't look like it had much corner damage. And that sold for $138,000. We'll jump into this Gaudy Ruth in a 7. Super nice corners. It is off-centered though, but it is wicked sharp. And old cert that got re-slabbed. Metal Universe PMG Michael Jordan numbered to 50. This got a 4. I can see why I got a 4. There's some chipping there, chipping all across. Ooh, look at all that damage right there. But Jordan collectors pay up for rare stuff because this sold for $156,000. Now that I can a little bit more understand than like the Kobe rookie and refractor, but either way, Willie Mays rookie and an 8, 180,000. We've seen a lot of the high grade Mays rookies hit the auctions shortly after his passing. So here's another example. 180. That's Tip Top Bread. Actually, quite a few of these Hannes Wagner Tip Top Breads have hit the market too on eBay and just in general. $186,000 for this 5. Still an awesome card though. Quite rare too. And we're jumping into our top 3. We have a Jackie Robinson debut, right? 186,000. Not covering that because it's not a card. But we do have an Eddie Plank over here, $222,000, the second most expensive or third most expensive, I can't remember, the big 4. He is a Hall of Famer though. Looks like there's some paper loss there. Interesting how that got a 3 with paper loss. That's awesome. Awesome card. Another Ty Cobb back. Feels also like a lot of these have been hitting the market. I think they're pretty cool. We'll never be able to afford one. Looks also like there's some paper loss on the front. Got a 2.5. Seems like SGC is being a little lenient with these paper loss in the front on rare T206s. Oh, that's pretty cool. They have it featured in a newspaper. $30 now of these. I didn't realize there's 30 of them. Nice. And the most expensive one of this auction, yeah, I was right. Canceled of this Babe Ruth and at 3.5. 812,000. Nice. 100 Morehouse baking cards were found. They're scattered throughout the auction. Look at that. Different advertisement on the reverse. I didn't even realize that doesn't get the M101 designation. Because the M101s, they have quite a few different backs. I wonder why it's not classified like that. No, this is a great card though. Awesome looking 3.5 in my opinion too. So those are the top sales. Let's go through a few other pages and see if anything really stands out. I didn't do a full deep dive into here. First, Carlton Fisk rookie in a 10, $44,000. That's nice. There. Tops Punch Out, Koufax and Yaz. This is a sweet. Ooh, Cap Anson cut auto. Oh, look at that too. Can't be many. This is such an awesome one. A lot of these rare tops issues or test issues in the 60s, you just don't see them that often. This got authentic altered. Hand cut from a sheet. Man. Either way, reserve was not met on this card. It did not sell. Unsold. So I mean, it had to sell for 35,000. Well, it didn't sell, but it went for 35-ish thousand. Cap Anson cut signature. That's a new label. 38 for that copy. Let's go through another page. Well, I accidentally clicked 4. Let's go to 3. 1914, Joe Jackson. Look at that right there. It is missing chunks of that card. It still sold for 31,000. Here's a 1915 Cracker Jack, 143 out of 176, 32,000. T205 near complete master set, $30,000 for 203 of these. Probably not a horrible price. I think that would do pretty well at shows. I mean, it depends on the grading, right? Joe Jackson Caramel over here, 27,600. Wonder why I got the authentic grade. Let's see. I'm generally curious why I got authentic. Heavy crease extending across the center, lights hanging in front, back, and a tiny chip missing on the bottom edge. Submitted by REA. There has been color added to the crease. Let's look at the crease. Right there, someone added color apparently. It's a shame. It's a nice looking card otherwise. Probably would have given it a 1.5. 52 Maze Auto. Pack from 1954, 21,000. Third series. That's the cheapest I've seen a mantle in a while. But I mean, look at the condition on that for 20,000. It's the cheapest I've seen a page also in a while, 19,000. Oh, that's pretty cool. Take out postcard. We'll take a look at that in a second. C55 plus 1 variation. I wonder what the variant is on there. I'm not going to jump into there. Hess, man, Hess cards are very tough. I have the Hess Edison that I bought a while ago from Heritage for like 3,000. You just don't see either baseball or historical figures populate. You do see quite a bit of boxing. We'll jump through some more. Ted Williams auto, nice for 14. Going through, and yeah, I'm glancing over some really great cards just to say. I'm just trying to see things that like pop out. Vesna in a 4, 11,700. We're gonna go to non-sports in a second. Yeah, see, this is one I've seen before. Lajoie, 10,500. Nice looking 1.5. Well, I bet you there's writing on the back, and that's why they gave it a 1.5. It's such a stupid thing. They give a postcard a 1.5 with writing on the back. I mean, that's literally what they're supposed to be used for. A 9 of the 61 Jim Brown. Not the easiest Brown to find either. Ty Cobb, the man who kills the ball, he won the pennant for us last fall. I love this postcard. That is awesome. Why did this get a 1.5? Is it because that's staining right there? Or is there like a bunch of creases? It's just submitted by REA. Automobile postcard. Third Cobb in 21 years. That's awesome. Reserve not met. Oh, it didn't sell. I didn't see. You see the bid history? Oh, there we go. 16,000 that sold for. Well, it did not sell. Okay, we have a Nap Lajoie. All right, I take back what I said. I thought it was gonna have like a postage stamp, and they gave it a 1.5. Looks like there's maybe a little bit of paper loss there. That's why they gave it a 1.5. Either way, that's the 5x price difference between that and Walter Johnson. Well, I think if the Walter Johnson looked like this, it would probably go for more. But there is that Nap. Let's see what else. I have a Ramley Walter Johnson, so I'm curious. Mine, I think, is a little nicer than this, although it just graded as an authentic. 8,400. I mean, that's probably about right. About $10,000 card. Probably went a little cheaper than I wish. I kind of want to go for more, but that's fine. Babe Ruth cut signature. Ooh, let's go to non-sports now. Is anything else? All right, one more page, then we'll jump into non-sports. Frank Chance, 2.5, sold for 7,500. I mean, it's so easy. I could spend so much time just going through these. Non-sports. Here we go. And first, we're gonna look at the Superman. It's got a 4. As you watch the non-sports videos, usually 2s go for about 4,000. So double on that side of things. This might be one of the highest sales to date on this card in general. I was building a 1940s video. It's not done yet, but I mean, this is a good comp to add into it. So I might literally just put this on my other screen and update that slide deck today. But let's look at highest price, and we'll call that a video. A PSA 8, man, I haven't seen an 8 sell in a long time on these. $4,400. Let's see what else over here. G-Men in 8.5. That's impressive. Very, very impressive there. You can see a 1.5. When I was saying like 2s go for about 4K, look at that. Ooh. Why did I miss this? Oh, man, this makes me sick. 2,600? Oh, no, that... Oh, I guess there's Penmark there. That Edison alone's $1,000. Adams is 300. That's 13. Franklin's at least 3 in that condition. That's 16. Injury is like 17, 18. 2K, 2.5 to 3K. Oh, this makes me sick. This makes me sick. How do the backs look? Did we not see the backs on the first ones? No. This makes me sick. Okay, so there's 7 that are trimmed. Color added to Edison. Great buy. I I need to do more research on these auctions before they end. I just haven't had the chance. Great buy. I wonder if someone in the Facebook group bought this. Congrats on that. I'm gonna be the yeah. This doesn't have the I'm gonna be a strong man in here, but this is the set associated with it, just to show you guys what it looks like. I'm gonna be a strong man sells for like what 30 grand. Put that in the 1930s video. 2340 for this copy of the set. Cops and Robbers, although there's no fold with tabs. Covered that also in there. Torpedo, last card, $1,500. Probably about right. We'll look at the condition on that. Oh, that makes me sick. Look at that. The Thomas Edison had 2 sold for $12.60, but I didn't see the color added originally. Another one, when I was first talking about that for 26, I thought it was just like a very great copy. I mean, this is good looking too. I mean, it does have rounded corners, but based off of some other 2s that I've seen. But that, yeah, it's about right on that. That's what I've been selling for recently. Wild West. Depending on the grades, that could have been a good buy. We'll load that up over here. Buffalo Bill and a 5, $960. Almost said 9,600. 1947 Indian Gum, nothing too special there. Skybirds, an open pack, $810. That's pretty cool. You don't see that often. Mickey Mouse in a 6, $630. Be slightly cheap. Boy Scouts pack. Man, I should have checked this auction. A Da Vinci in a 3. That's probably a little cheap. I think these are like closer to 1,000 now. Unless they've gone down. I haven't really paid attention. Leaders of Men, complete set for $390. That's a crazy price on that. Those are like $200 sets. All right, so Buffalo Bill's a 3. Daniel Boone's a 6. That's nice. Crockett's a 2. What do we have on the second page? Sitting Bull's a 4. Not bad grades. 1140. Probably about where it should be. First thoughts. Thomas Edison in a 3 for $204. Not horrible. Franklin 3, 144. Michelangelo 3MC. Yeah, that's the non-sports side of things. We'll see if there's anything else really quick. Let's go to some football. We'll go to some basketball. Nice price. See if anything really stands out. 48 Leaf complete set. We just had that Leaf live stream, so 25,000 on that set of 98. And Clark over here, one of the bigger names in 1935 Chickle set. Oh man, what do we have over here? Sports Kings. Let's see who's in here. We got Rockney, the Dukes. What, $300, $400? That Bobby Jones probably $300-400. That's 8. Rockney in a 2. I don't know what that's going for right now. All right, who else is on the second page? Babe Didrikson, that's like $500 in a 1. So you're already looking at, let's say it's 500. Eddie Shore is at least 100, 200. That's like 7. The Basketball Hall of Famers in 3. That has to be at least 100, right? 150, 200. Let's say it's 2. That's 9. Hubble has to be at least 100. 1,000. Hagen at least $100. 11. These, they're not horrible, but they do sell. Morenz is a bigger name. That's at least 150, 200. 13. I said Duke was that 16. At least 400 to 500. Jones, that's 2,000. Rockney, I think that's at least a $500 card. Probably more. I'm probably way underestimating it. I mean, I think I'm way under my comps. I don't know. These type of lots are really fun to go through. I want to buy some next year. That's gonna be my goal, to start doing some more of these auctions and buying lots. We'll take some of the ComC money and buy some lots like that. 7-11 Dallas Texans. These are tough, man. There was a collection of these at the National, I want to say. I wonder if that's the collection. 9 out of 10 sold for 3,000. Actually, I need to check if that's in my I don't think that's in my football query that I pull from eBay each month. I don't think it is, but oh, we have the very first football card, the Beecher. That sold for $57.60. Nice sale. We're lost in the back and everything like that. All right, we're just gonna look at basketball really quick, see if anything stood out. I think there's a few things in basketball that were decent that Matt told me about. Where is it at? I think they had an NBA players of Russell, unless that was Heritage. I'm just gonna look really quick. Oscar Robertson Cons and a 4. That's nice. 37.20. It's a pre-rookie or rookie or here we go. Bill Russell NBA players. These are tough. Rumors like they were supposed to be cut from a box or something like that. This one sold for $3,480. And Jerry West 1960. 33.60. Nice. Another one of those like pre-61 fleers. Yeah, that's basketball. Do we want to check anything else? Let's see. Baseball we covered a lot on. Game used, non-sports we covered. Yeah, I think okay, we'll go boxing and that'll be it. Highest price. I wonder if that's the same set. No, these are different sets. There's 2 different sets. Interesting. There's one that sold for 5,000. There's the other one that sold for 81. Oh, Higgins in a 5. That's like $500. 600 alone. What's the Babe Didrikson in? If she's in here. I mean, that's what you want to look at. 1.5. That card really scales up, though. It should have been on the first page. I get why they didn't put that in there, but it really should have been there. Eddie Shore also gets expensive. Jack Dempsey's in here. Nat Holman. Yeah, those are fun to go through. Jack Dempsey in an 8. That's nice. People don't realize there's 2 different Jack Dempseys. Oh, this is boxing and other. I'm like, why is Bobby Jones 4 in there? But that's $4,000. A Jack Dempsey signed. I'm not sure I've seen a signed one. A Thorpe and a 6. This feels a little cheap. Because I want to say like even authentics are like $1,500. And Jack Johnson in a 3, $1,200. I know someone was trying to buy one of these recently. For like some nice display. A Jim Thorpe postcard Olympic Heroes. Not sure I'm too familiar with this one. Well, look at this British boxing lot, and then I think we're gonna call it for a video, unless we see anything else. This is nice. Another Jim Thorpe postcard. A few of these in here. John L. Sullivan. These have gone down quite a bit. Some Hesses. Hagen in an 8. It's a pretty good price, in my opinion. Pretty good price. From Okanera, that's sweet. Look up his story. All right, we're gonna just jump into these real quick. Olympic Heroes, $810. And lastly, what's in this collection? Did they really only give us 3 cards? That is just a shame. Peter Jackson's awesome. Carpentier doesn't really sell. That's like a $10 card. These are like $40 to $50. It sold for $690, but how are you gonna give 3 card picture out of a 85 card lot? Man, that's pathetic. But either way, that's the REA auction. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know it's a little bit longer one, but it was pretty loaded. And Heritage also ended this weekend, so if you haven't checked out my Heritage video, I don't know what's going to be out first, REA or Heritage, but make sure to check that out. Also, they're both going to be out this week. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe. All right, I'll see you guys in another video.